Clumsy river falling down. In the woods he don't wear a crown. Gets the Jeep stuck on them rocks, screaming at the sky while the engine locks.
Hey guys, here we are, back once again with Hunter. I found a little bit of time. Thought I should, jump in here, maybe talk about a little bit of news. I still get messages and everything like that, kind of asking me, you heard anything about Way of the Hunter, anything going on? But lately, as a bunch of you guys know, I've picked up a bunch of work and all this sort of stuff, so I've been quite busy, but I feel I should keep track of Way of the Hunter, and so I have been. I've been sort of watching on a few things. So we're going to do a little video because I got two big pieces of news and one smaller one. I'm going to actually scout a few things out while I do the video, just to see if there's anything around. And right now we're hunting with the 350. I get some requests once in a while, also about the ammo guides I've been doing, and one of them is about the 350. I'm not really doing the ammo guides right now. They're kind of on hold because of the news that's coming up here in a second. Just because of all the changes that they're doing. I don't know where the ammo stuff is going to settle. So I'll just kind of put a pause on that since I'm short on time anyways. And yeah, we'll just see what kind of happens for the future there. But what I'm doing is I don't even know if I'm going to get any hunting really done in the video since I'll just be focusing on the news. But I haven't gone down this Nez Perce little creek down here, down at Rivermouth. It branches off and goes west over here to Dustin's cabin. And it's a nice little creek you can walk up and down, but I haven't done that in a while. I was going to go from the cabin and go east, but the wind's going to the east, so we're going to come over here, swing down here just to see. It is drink time for all the Tier 5 deer. See if anything comes down. I don't actually know if they do, but that's mainly what I'm trying to do, and what I'm going to do is load up some of the news here. Now, first things first, up on the screen now is a post from the community manager, one of the community managers from Nine Rocks Games, about the ammo change stuff. Now, it is a week-old post, that's just how delayed I am here, but a lot of people have sort of, not everybody's, keeping up with Way of the Hunter stuff, so I thought I would do a bit of a section on it here. So Michael says, basically, we bucked up, we heard you. Hiya, on ammo change and shot energy, we hear you. There are pros and cons, reasonings, but ultimately it was the wrong call on our part. We'll revert the latest changes to bring ammo properties back to what they were at the time of the ammo change release. A patch is now available in the beta branch, and it will give as many of you as possible an opportunity to play the game with the fixes from the latest two patches, but without the extra ammo nerf. And it'll give them a bit more time to continue to fine-tuning the ammo. So that was the big news from, it's about a week ago or so. But yeah, we'll talk about it now, because there's a few significant points in there, because it's been a while since I made that one video. Once in a while I'll do a controversial video where it gets lots of attention discussing Way of the Hunter, just once in a while. This one was a hot topic, but it was typically one-sided. The community was pretty much, most of it was on the same sort of page that I was, and the gist of the video was just me sort of talking about my frustration of sort of the communication, the lack of communication from the developers, just for what we're used to. Some people sort of mistook the video for it being about me, but it wasn't about me at all. I was just trying to speak for a portion of the community that I talked to that was frustrated, just with just with the lack of communication in general. So that's kind of the first point from Michael's post there. He's saying that the developers listening, they hear us. I've always known and supported the developers in that little area because I do know they listen. The trouble is some people get listening or the act of listening and the act of action and doing kind of mixed up or kind of together. The developers definitely listen, but they, there's reasons they choose not to do things that they listen to or whatnot. But I do know that they're always listening, and that kind of post there sort of just reinforces that. that they are paying attention anyway. So yeah, just to sort of recap there, when the ammo change came out, there was what we're basically calling nerfs, a bunch of energy level decrease across the board in most of the ammos, and about 95% of the scenarios, and I think every single ammo at 150 meters and beyond actually was a decrease. Some short range was increased, but most of it was decreased that when the ammo change came out. And then, but none of that was really noted or anything like that. Like, it wasn't informed to us. We just knew there was going to be a change on it. So we just kind of noticed just because the numbers are different, and we looked into that and figured all that out. A lot of us did. And then came another patch. Of course, the numbers changed again, and they got even lower. There was no heads up on that. Nothing in the patch notes or anything like that, and it seemed like the community manager was unaware. So it just seems like there was a big drop in communication there. But that's kind of a little backstory of it, and what the video was about. It was just sort of a what's going on here. All the ammo change stuff and all the science and things like that went with it, and then all of a sudden a change happened, kind of took the wind out of my sail there, and quite a few of us actually went, oh man, it's we're just figuring it out, and now it's gonna change again. But that's sort of the backstory there. So it looks like the developers are going to go back on that change and then sort of reevaluate. So it looks like it's still up in the air what they're going to be ending up with. But right now you can go on the developer or the dev branch and go back to what we were used to from the first change. As of this video recording, the current live production thing is still on the kind of double nerf version. And I'm just gonna check out these guys here, see if he's worth taking out. Yeah, I could probably take him out. But yeah, it looks like you can, you know, go to the dev branch and get back to, like, well, if you're on PC, and go back to where you were kind of used to when Linticota came out. Or, like me, I'm just on the live production build, because I'm not really, I don't want to bounce around versions too much. My save file's been bounced around enough, so I'm not playing a whole lot right now, so I'm just on the weakened one. The double nerf live version here. And we got the 350. 350 is plenty, even though it's in a really rough shape. It's plenty for 5-star. It's still hitting way too strong here, but we'll take the shot. Yeah, I figured it'd drop him. Figured it'd drop him instantly. He's gonna be below 80%, so that's basically. Oh, there's another buck. I missed him. I was wondering where the other one was. Can I see his antlers? Oh, he's 2-star mature. Yeah, no biggie. He looks like a fairly new mature, so he could be a 3-star or a 4-star maybe coming up, so that's fine to leave him there. Yeah, but that's the first part of the news. Really, so just let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, when I made the video there, I know that it's like some people misinterpreted it, but you know, it's the internet. You can't really, yeah, you got if you do YouTube videos on anything, you've got to be able to live with some lack of comprehension out there, but. I didn't check recently, but I mean the like to dislike ratio is something like 110 likes to 5 dislikes or something like that. So I you know, people are definitely sort of on the same page, so that's good. And the developers obviously said, "Oh, we messed up," so they kind of understand that. Okay, well I'll stop rambling about that. But that's the biggest news. So we should be getting an update to the live version hopefully soon. And then we'll just keep track of, look at that, 13%. We'll keep track of sort of the updates as they come along. So the second news is one I'm kind of excited about. The famous Liquid Fire, one of the scientists that does all those fancy charts. Link in the description, of course, to his spreadsheet, which is kind of out of date at the moment, but it should be brought back into date when they take the change back. I don't know if he's going to keep working on it. They keep changing it, but anyways, he's made a YouTube channel finally. Well, I think he's had one, but he's never really worked on it. But he's got some really great videos out there now. So I'm going to put a link in the description for his YouTube channel, because my little thumbnail image is supposed to be symbolizing the passing of the science torch. If you don't know Liquid Fire, I made him a symbol a while ago. Actually, I made the symbol like 2 years ago. So Liquid Fire, he's been in the community as long as I have, right when the game came out. And I made you back when I was first fiddling around with the AI stuff. I made him a little Discord profile picture that he liked, which is just the blue and the orange flames together. So I used it as a style reference for that little torch thing, which I thought was kind of cool. So my science stuff isn't going to end. It's just from here to like the end of the year. My stuff's always changing, but you know, if it goes as currently planned, I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time for Way of the Hunter besides, you know, maybe a weekly news video or something like that. And maybe I can sneak in a stream sometime, but a lot of my time's going into, well, if I get any gaming time, goes into Hunt Showdown, but I won't get into that. Awesome game, you know. But yeah, he was looking at my videos, and he was joking. He said that he's looking at my videos, he's like, well, I could do that, because well, my videos are the simplest things you can find. Just basically pause or record and pause. Practically no editing or anything. But anyway, I won't get into that. So he was looking at that, and he's got some videos out now. So yeah, links in the description on there. Definitely check out his channel, because he does science way more in depth than I do. He can explain it really well, and his videos are done really well. So I think for future science, you know, I don't know what his full plans are on his channel, but I mean, that's an excellent spot to find out all the mechanics of Way of the Hunter and what we know. The videos, yeah, so oh, excuse me there, losing my voice again. The videos he has out so far are just really well done. The science is all there. So yeah, he's one of the guys that have been in the background the whole time. Well, not in the background on the Discord, but you'll hear me bring him up on the channel recently. But does tons of science and things like that. So I think that's kind of the go-to YouTube spot now for any kind of updates on that sort of stuff. So definitely check that out. So I still plan on doing my little science. My science has always been sort of take the information that's out there and compile it to a more digestible format. You know, just a casual, informal, this is how the science can help the average player, because there's lots of detail into the game, but a lot of it just doesn't have a huge impact on most players. So I try to find all the cool little things that can translate to improve the experience for like the average player. So that's my kind of angle on it. I haven't had the time to see all Liquid Fire's science videos, but the ones I have seen are very good, and they definitely explain in detail everything there. So that's the second big piece of info or news that I wanted to get out there, because that is a phenomenal Way of the Hunter channel. So go over there and subscribe to that one. That's, I mean, it's a brand new channel, so it's got no algorithm stuff, no YouTube kind of thing to boost it or anything like that. So, and it's very challenging to get a channel started, so certainly jump over there. So the other little bit of news, well, this little kind of thing, I try to see what the developers are saying on the Discord, and this one actually I gotta look into a little bit more. This actually comes back to a conversation Liquid Fire was having in there, I think. It's about what happens if you harvest a whole lot of females of a species in a habitat. It's always been a question since day one. Some people, they won't harvest any of the female species. Or not female species, the females of a species. Because the theory is what we've heard, is that the overall population of the habitat can decrease if you do that so much. Now, I've done my own science for it. If you've been around the channel, probably about a year and a half ago, there's about 8 herds of mule deer through the grassland. the grasslands, and I went and drove around and I ran over probably 80% of the does, maybe even more than that. And just to do my own little test to see what happens, like in a single year, what happens if you remove all the doe. And my conclusion, it wasn't very scientific, but it was sort of just, you know, just to see what happens. Best that I can tell, some of the herds came back with one less deer. You know, like there was like a herd with 12 in it, it came back with 11. There was one with 8 in it, came back with 7. And I ran over like most of the does. So, I mean, it wasn't much of a penalty. So, for ever since then, I've been like, when people ask the question, you know, should I be shooting the female animals? I basically say, yeah, don't worry about it. Just go ahead. To this day, I'll still, like, if there's nothing to call out of the herd, I will just shoot like a mature doe. Just sort of as target practice. Like her here. I mean, there's nothing else in there. There's a 3-star mature. There's another mature doe there. But what had happened, to get back to the story, is I think, I don't know how to spell the name, or spell the name, I say the name. I just say Peter. It's P-E-T-R, right? Maybe that's the European Peter. He's a dev that sometimes talks in the Discord. And I think, yeah, Liquid Fire was saying something about this, or some discussion was going on. And Peter had piped up and said, I'm going to look into that to see specifically what happens when you do shoot too many females. Because we never had any specific answer on it from the developers, other than a very vague that the numbers decrease. We do know though that there's precautions, like safeguards in the game, and both fitness levels. Like you can't get the fitness too low and you can't get the fitness too high. You also can't throw off the male to female ratio too much, because there's just safeguards to make sure you can't really mess things up. And I think the population also has the safeguards on it, so I don't think you can really do too much to it. But it would be good to get an official answer. So while I'm recording the video, I don't actually have the answer, but I'm going to go take a look to see if he ever came back with anything. And I'm going to just do my own little scout around the Discord, kind of live. Oh, I want to see... Hold on, I want to see... I think it was just a young whitetail, wasn't it? The buck back there? Was he an adult? No, he must have been an adult. He was too... The antlers were too big to be young. I didn't actually pay too much attention. Yeah, he's a 1-star adult, so he looks... He's probably going to be the target instead of the mature females, because he was pretty wonky looking. The 3-star, he can just keep going. He probably got another year in him, but this guy is all... Yeah, he's extremely lopsided. I still don't know if that really plays much of a factor in the fitness, like what the fitness is. I've never been able to actually prove it, because you can get some high fit, like 70% guys looking pretty wonky, so... Yeah, let's just take him out and find out. I'm always learning. Head down and practice the neck shot. Oh, it didn't work. Oh no. Oh, there. That did. I caught him in the back. The back of the rib there or whatever. Failed the neck shot through the bush. 350 laid him down though. I wonder, I don't actually know what did that. I might have fleshed him. Did so much damage to the flesh. Oh, it looks pink though. Did I really catch a lung? Oh, I did hit. I hit the opposite lung. In an artery. Okay, so that shot would have did it. Where did I hit here? Oh, I did. Did catch that back. I thought it was back further. Oh well, that did the job. And 51%. So, I mean, he looks like he should be something like 12% or something, but I think this is just pulled randomly from the low fit generator kind of thing, but I don't know for sure. We'll sell him out there, and I'll see if Peter ever replied about that topic. No, there is no answer. Well, I'm not going to throw it up really on the screen or anything like that, but it looks like the conversation was on. September the 2nd. And yeah, he was talking with Liquid Fire, and Liquid Fire was responding to someone that was asking about sort of the male to female ratio and like how you can affect it. And Liquid Fire, being as knowledgeable as he is, pretty much explained it correctly, what we know. And Peter basically said it should work like that, but that he's trying to obtain info from the designer. What is the ratio? And when you go out and shoot every doe in sight, he wants to know too, and is really interested in the topic. So there we go. Now, I don't actually know, I mean, I really kind of want to pronounce the name right, but I'm just going to say Peter. It's P-E-T-R, it's missing the E, but anyways, like the second E. But that's that was a couple days ago. So now I've seen this sort of thing before, where I'll ask something to Michael, and then Michael go, I'll go check. And then they never come back. They never come back with an answer. So I think they just get told that, no, we're not going to give that info out or something like that. Which is too bad. But I'm assuming that's what happened here. But I did want to see if anything came of that. So I'll keep watching on that one, because that is a topic that's been asked about a lot. Like, what happens if you take out every single female? And no, we could do it. I could do it if I had the time. I could do the test again, but I did do the test to my satisfaction. By my calculations, I got 80%, at least 80% of all those doe of the mule deer in the grasslands in a single year. With the Jeep. I think did I do it during a stream? I can't remember now. Anyways, it was a while ago. And yeah, it was only the herds I watched only decreased by one animal when they came back, as far as I could tell. All right, so I'm scoping out a few other things. Looks like Michael was in earlier today of this recording. This is recorded on September the 4th, and well, one little piece of info, he says he's not sure if it's actually possible for fitness to roll 100%. So there's a question for you. If anybody actually has 100% animal, not one of the static ones, not like one of the mission animals, like the lion in Tikamoon or whatever was 100%, right? Yeah, but like out here, like with these mule deer or whitetail deer or whatnot, just populating, I can't say if I've seen 100%. So I don't really know, like 100% of one just popping out here. Or is the cap 99.9? I know there's 99.8. But yeah, well, there's another thing for you to let me know if there's one out there. You think I would have seen it by now if it was, but maybe I've just forgotten. But yeah, they're talking about that or something in there, and there's the community manager saying, I'm not sure, not sure it can actually roll. Basically the lowest seems to be 10%. Is your base, and then the upper seems to be 99.9, I guess, maybe 100. You can actually score lower than 10%, but it's a bug as far as I can tell. Some of the badgers will score 5% or something like that, but most everything should be bottom out at 10%. The other stuff isn't really news. Michael just says there's future goodies, but they're only going to talk about them when they're ready to. So pretty much all the normal sort of things there. More stuff's coming. Just no word on it at all at this time. So that is it, guys, for now. I've done my little ramble for those that enjoy the ramble there. Hopefully it made sense. I actually haven't recorded a video in a while. My the ammo ones, the ammo guides, were all fairly pre-recorded. And then the one about my frustration with the developers not communicating there. So yeah, my ramble's a little rusty here, so hopefully it all made sense. But yeah, that's kind of the news. I'm gonna have to get to bed, get rested, because all the work and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna keep paying attention to it, so definitely stay tuned to the channel. There is gonna be some stuff with Hunt Showdown pop up. Just gonna be me just playing around, channels in full kind of hobby mode and things like that. And I can't encourage you guys enough to check out Liquid Fire's channel. He's just very good guy, very good, knowledgeable guy on the entire game. Definitely deserves to subscribe. He's always very helpful as well. And I know if you have a question in the comments or on the official Discord that he answers whenever he can. Sometimes he pings me if he doesn't know or isn't sure, because we all have focused on different things. He's very much into like understanding the callers, and there's all these little things about the callers that can be helpful to a lot of people. I always forget, like certain callers will only call in the matures and they won't call in the younger ones, and I always forget which one is which, because I don't really use the callers anymore. I'm too grumpy at them. But I know he has an excellent video on that. They're also good and long. So for those that like the longer videos. So yeah, definitely check that out. And yeah, stay tuned to the channel, of course, as we watch what happens with Wave the Hunter. I will have to try to find some time to live stream Linticoto, because I need to continue my age management of the herds there, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, let me know any concerns, questions, or anything like that in the comments. Like normal, just let you guys know that I'm still here, still paying attention to Wave the Hunter, and take care. See you later. Happy hunting. I'm out. Take care.